Hi everyone, welcome back to Master SQL Server comprehensive training. In this session, we are moving into a part 6 where I will walk you through exception handling in SQL Server. This is an area where I have spent many years dealing with in real projects. So I will try to make the concept practical and easy to apply. If you haven't watched part 5 yet, take a moment to go through that one first. It sets up a few ideas that help you follow along here. Let's get started. So, exception handling in SQL Server. So, an exception is simply an error that occurs while your code is running. Means it interrupts the normal flow of a SQL Server statements. So, following are the situation that typically causes exceptions in the SQL Server. So it gives a dividing a number by zero. Another is trying to insert a data that violates a constraints, converting invalid data types, violating foreign key constraints, referring an object that does not exist means object is not set to an instance of an object exceptions. When any of these happens, then SQL Server throws an exception. If you don't handle it, SQL Server stops that batch and returns an error. To handle exception in SQL Server, we use try-catch statements. So here is the syntax of handling exception in SQL Server, that is try-catch structures. So here is begin try, then here is the statement SQL query, then end try, then begin catch, then the code that handles the exception or the error, and then end of the catch. Okay, so here a few things that we need to keep in mind, that is statements inside the try block are executed first. If an error occurs, control jumps immediately to the catch blocks. Okay, the catch block can log the error, display message, or a rollback transaction. Okay, that we need to handle how we can handle the exception. Okay, so let's take the real-time example of uh, the divide by zero error. Okay, let me get this code and let me open the SQL Server Management Studio and paste it here. Okay, so here I have declared a variable int, okay, and assign the value to 10. Then again I have declared another variable b, and I have assigned value it to 0. Then I have declared variable c, so c will store the result of a and b. Okay, so here we are setting the value of c, that is variable a divided by variable b. So okay, so this will cause the divide by zero error, because whenever we divide any value with the zero, then it will throw the divide by zero error. Okay, and we are printing the result here. Okay, and in the catch statements we are just logging the error message. Let me execute this. Okay, so it gives us an error occurred, divided by zero, error encountered, means this statement printed, and this statement is not printed because we got the exception at this line. Okay, now so it gives us the output like an error occurred, divided by zero, error encountered. Here is the SQL server stop the executing the try blocks as soon as it hits the error, means here. Okay, here we get the exception, then it will not execute this line, so it directly come into the catch block and print the error message. Okay, the catch block runs immediately after that. So following are the functions that available inside the catch blocks. Inside the catch block, the SQL server gives you a 6 special functions to get the detailed information about the error. The first one is error underscore number, means it returns the error number. The second function is error underscore severity. It returns the severity level, means how serious the error is, means how critical the error is. The third one is error underscore state. So it returns the state number of the error. The fourth one is error underscore procedure. It, it returns the name of the procedure where the error occurred. The fifth one is error underscore line. It returns the line number where an error occurred. And the last one is the error messages. It returns the full text of the error message. Okay, so let's uh, take an example of using these functions, 6 functions, okay, in the real time. Let me take this and let me open the SQL Server Management Studio and paste it here. Okay, so I have printed means I have used 6 functions that we just discussed. Okay, let me execute this one. So it gives the error number 8134, severity is 16, state is 1, procedure is not in procedure. Okay, line number 3, here is line number 3, 1 2 3, and the message is divided by 0, error encountered. Okay, so this is the output of that. Now the types of errors in SQL Server. In SQL servers, errors can be divided into 3 broad types, and those are the system errors, user-defined errors, and the batch aborting errors. The description is the system errors means SQL generates that error automatically. Example is divided by 0 or constraint violation. Okay. The user-defined errors means that error manually raised by the developer using the raise error or the throw keywords. Means if we want the custom business logic errors, that time we use the user-defined errors. And the batch aborting errors is it stops the current batch but it keeps the connection alive. Means the conversion error or arithmetic workflow errors. Okay. So this is all about the exception handling in SQL Server. If you feel this video is useful for you, so then please like, follow and subscribe the Jangi Tech channel. Thank you.